Have you ever watched an entire industry get turned upside down right before your very eyes? Just a few short years ago, the idea of an affordable electric vehicle meant you had to compromise. You had to accept strange, quirky styling, cheap plastic interiors, and a driving experience that felt more like a golf cart than a real car. But look at what is sitting right in front of us today, basking in the sunlight on this beautiful marble patio. This is not just another budget-friendly hatchback trying to blend into the background. This is a massive, undeniable statement to the rest of the automotive world. Welcome back to Crownline Reviews, everyone. Today we have the absolute privilege of looking at the newly revealed 2026 BYD Dolphin. And I have to tell you right up front, the electric vehicle landscape is shifting beneath our feet faster than anyone predicted. If you thought you knew what an entry-level EV looked like, it is time to completely reset your expectations. Let us take a quick trip down memory lane to understand why this specific car is so important. You remember the first generation of the BYD Dolphin. It was undeniably cute. It was bubbly round, and it looked like a friendly little sea creature that just wanted to give you a hug and save you some money at the gas pump. It was a massive runaway success globally because it did exactly what it promised. It made electric driving accessible to the everyday masses. But let us be brutally honest. It was not exactly a car you bought for its aggressive styling, its curb appeal, or to show off to your neighbors. It was a highly practical, very sensible appliance. Now fast forward to the stunning 2026 model we are looking at today. BYD has taken that friendly, bubbly little Dolphin and sent it to an intense training camp. It has traded its soft, innocent curves for sharp, deliberate angles. It has swapped its bubbly personality for a serious, focused, almost predatory stare. This evolution is incredibly important because it shows that BYD is no longer content just trying to be the cheapest option on the market. They want to be the most desirable option. They are directly addressing the one major complaint people had about the old Dolphin, which was that it looked a bit too much like a toy. This new version stays incredibly true to its heritage of being an accessible, everyday electric car, but it wraps that everyday practicality in a tailored suit that looks like it costs twice as much as it actually does. Just take a moment to really look at this thing sitting here with the stunning blue ocean in the background. It looks entirely at home in this luxury setting. The paint color is the very first thing that grabs your attention and refuses to let go. It is this incredible, shimmering coastal silver blue. It is not quite a flat silver, and it is certainly not a standard baby blue. It has a deep, pearlescent quality that catches the sunlight and shifts its tone depending on the exact angle you're looking at it. It gives the car a very premium, almost icy, sophisticated presence. And then you have that striking two-tone design. The entire top half of the car, from the sleek pillars all the way across the roof, is completely blacked out. This floating roof design is a popular visual trick in the modern automotive world, but it works exceptionally well here. It tricks the eye, making the car look significantly lower, wider, and much more athletic than its actual dimensions suggest. Moving to the front fascia, the transformation from the old model is just staggering. Gone are the big, round, innocent headlights of the previous generation. Instead, we are greeted by these incredibly sharp, aggressive LED daytime running lights. They slice horizontally across the front edge of the hood and then hook sharply downwards like a pair of glowing, high-tech fangs. It gives the car a slightly menacing, very futuristic face that commands attention in the rearview mirror. The main grille area is, of course, closed off, as you would expect from an aerodynamic electric vehicle. But it is not just a flat piece of plastic. It features these beautifully sculpted aerodynamic channels finished in a high-gloss black that actively guide the air around the front bumper to improve efficiency. Right in the center, sitting proudly, you have the new, clean, minimalist BYD lettering. As we move around to the side profile, you can see how the body lines have been tightened up. There's a sharp crease that runs from the front fender all the way through the doors, giving the side of the car a sense of forward motion even when it is parked perfectly still. You will also notice the flush door handles. They sit perfectly flat against the bodywork to reduce aerodynamic drag, and they pop out smoothly when you unlock the car. It is a small detail, but it is the kind of premium touch you usually only find on much more expensive luxury cars. Now we absolutely have to talk about those wheels. They are absolutely massive for a compact hatchback in this class, and the design is nothing short of stunning. They are intricate two-tone alloys featuring a complex, almost floral or turbine-like spoke pattern. They combine bright machined silver faces with deep, glossy black inserts. They fill out those black-cladded wheel arches perfectly. That black cladding around the wheels is a very clever design choice. It gives the Dolphin a slightly elevated, rugged, crossover-like stance that is incredibly popular with buyers right now, without actually raising the ride height and ruining the aerodynamics. Now, while we are just admiring the breathtaking exterior of this newly revealed model today, we can make some very educated, highly accurate guesses about what is waiting for us inside that cabin. BYD has developed a very specific, highly praised design language for their interiors, especially within their Ocean series of vehicles. If you have ever had the pleasure of sitting in a current BYD model, you know they absolutely love sweeping, wave-like lines, soft-touch premium materials, and creating a very airy, open, relaxing feeling. For this 2026 Dolphin, I fully expect them to elevate that interior experience to perfectly match the sharp, sophisticated new exterior. You will almost certainly see the return of their signature party trick, the massive, rotating central touchscreen infotainment system. With the simple touch of a button on the steering wheel, the entire screen physically rotates. It flips from a wide landscape mode, which is perfect for watching videos or playing games while you're sitting at a charging station, to a tall portrait mode, which is absolutely ideal for navigating through complex city streets and seeing more of the map ahead of you. It is a feature that kids absolutely love to watch, and honestly, adults secretly love showing it off to their friends. I also expect to see deeply bolstered, incredibly comfortable seats, perhaps finished in a light, breathable vegan leather to perfectly complement that icy blue exterior paint. The ambient lighting will likely be highly customizable, wrapping around the dashboard and flowing into the door panels to make the cabin feel like a high-tech, relaxing lounge when you are driving at night. Underneath this beautiful, sculpted new skin, the 2026 Dolphin is going to be powered by BYD's world-famous Blade battery technology. If you are not a car nerd and you are not familiar with what that means, let me explain it very simply. Most electric car batteries are made of thousands of little cylindrical cells packed tightly together, kind of like AA batteries. BYD's Blade battery is completely different. It uses long, flat, blade-like cells that stretch across the battery pack. This structural design is incredibly strong. It saves a massive amount of physical space, and most importantly for you and your family, it is widely considered to be one of the absolute safest battery technologies in the entire world. It is highly resistant to overheating and catching fire, even if the battery pack gets severely punctured in an accident. For a family car that you put your loved ones in every day, that level of peace of mind is absolutely priceless. We are expecting this new, more aerodynamic Dolphin to offer a highly usable range of somewhere between 250 and 300 miles on a single full charge. For the average person watching this, that means you could easily drive to work, drop the kids at school, run all your grocery errands, go to the gym, and probably only need to plug the car in once or twice a week. And when you do finally need to charge up on a longer weekend road trip, the improved fast charging capabilities should allow you to go from a 10% charge up to an 80% charge in about half an hour. That is just enough time to grab a cup of coffee, use the restroom, stretch your legs, and get right back on the road. So what will it actually feel like to drive this new Dolphin out in the real world? Electric cars have a very specific, very wonderful magic to them, and the Dolphin is designed from the ground up to make that magic accessible and easy to understand for everyone. When you sit in the driver's seat and press the accelerator pedal, there's no loud engine noise waking up the neighbors, there are no clunky gears shifting, and there is absolutely no hesitation. You just get a smooth, instant, completely silent wave of power pushing you forward. It is an incredibly relaxing way to travel. Because that heavy blade battery is placed completely flat under the floor of the car, the Dolphin has a very low center of gravity. This means that even though it is a comfortable, practical, everyday hatchback, it will feel surprisingly planted, stable, and confident when you go around a sharp corner or navigate a winding road. Steering will likely be tuned to be light and effortless at low speeds, making it an absolute breeze to parallel park in tight city spaces or navigate your way through crowded, chaotic grocery store parking lots. But it will also have enough artificial weight added at higher speeds to make you feel secure and locked in when you are cruising down the highway at 70 miles per hour. And of course, it will feature regenerative braking. This is a system where, when you take your foot off the accelerator pedal, the car automatically begins to slow down, using the electric motor as a generator to put free energy back into the battery. It takes a little bit of getting used to for the first few miles, but once your brain adapts to it, you can drive almost entirely with just that one pedal, rarely ever needing to touch the actual brake pedal. It makes stop-and-go traffic so much less stressful. Let us talk about the reality of ownership. What is it actually like to live with a car like this, day in and day out, when the new car smell fades? This is where the rubber truly meets the road. The reality of owning a BYD Dolphin is going to be defined by how incredibly cheap and easy it is to run. If you are in a position where you can install a charger and plug this car in at home overnight, you will be paying a tiny fraction of what you would normally pay for gasoline. You wake up every single morning with a full tank ready to go. Your routine maintenance costs will also absolutely plummet. There are no messy oil changes to schedule, no spark plugs to replace, no timing belts to snap, and no transmission fluid to worry about. You basically just need to keep the tires properly inflated, change the cabin air filter once a year, and remember to fill up the windshield washer fluid. That is about it. BYD has also been quietly building a very solid, very respectable reputation for long-term reliability. Unlike many other car companies, they build almost everything themselves in-house, from the battery cells to the electric motors to the computer microchips. This vertical integration gives them incredible control over the quality and durability of their vehicles. However, I have to be honest with you about the ownership reality, because it also depends heavily on where you live. If you live in an apartment and you have to rely solely on public charging networks, your weekly experience might be a bit more stressful and time-consuming than someone who has a dedicated charger in their own garage. You have to plan your longer trips a bit more carefully. But as the public charging infrastructure continues to grow and improve every single day, that range anxiety is very quickly becoming a thing of the past. I want to pause for just a second and ask you a very direct question. Yes, you sitting there watching this video right now. What is the biggest single thing holding you back from making the jump and buying an electric car? Is it the initial purchase price? Is it the fear of running out of battery, that famous range anxiety? Or is it just that you haven't found an EV that you actually think looks good and fits your personal style? Please let me know down in the comment section below, because I genuinely read every single one of them and I love hearing your perspectives. I truly think that cars exactly like this 2026 Dolphin are specifically designed to knock down those final, stubborn barriers to entry. It looks absolutely fantastic. It has more than enough range for almost anyone's daily life. And if BYD's history is any indicator whatsoever, it is going to be priced very, very competitively. It is a car designed for the young professional who wants a stylish, high-tech commuter. It is for the small family that needs a safe, spacious, and practical daily driver. And it is even for the older couple who just wants a comfortable, incredibly easy-to-drive car that never, ever needs to visit a dirty gas station again. So what is the final, honest verdict on the newly revealed 2026 BYD Dolphin? Look, if you're looking for a track day sports car to set lap times, or a massive 3-row SUV to tow a heavy boat, obviously you should look elsewhere. This is not the car for you, but if you're looking for a smart, stylish, and incredibly efficient way to move through your daily life, this car absolutely demands your attention. BYD has taken a proven winning formula and elevated it in every single conceivable way. They have given it a premium, head-turning design, advanced safety technology, and a level of overall sophistication that we simply did not expect to see in this specific price segment. It proves once and for all that you do not have to spend a massive fortune to drive something that makes you feel genuinely good every single time you walk up to it with the key in your pocket. The electric revolution is no longer just a futuristic concept for wealthy early adopters. It is here, it is highly accessible, and as we can clearly see today, it is looking better than it ever has before. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me today on Crownline Reviews. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the exciting future of affordable electric vehicles, please do me a huge favor and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss one of our reviews. Until next time, remember that the best car in the world is simply the one that makes your everyday life just a little bit brighter. Drive safe, take care of each other.